Hunter Biden is pleading guilty to tax evasion misdemeanors and illegal gun possession. My feeling is that the right wing will probably go nuts about this and say that he's going to get off easy. Obviously, he's not having any jail time. I will share this story from CNN, if I can get it up there. Hunter Biden to plead guilty to federal tax charges, strike deal on gun charge, has agreed to recommend a sentence of probation for the 2 counts of failing to pay taxes in a timely manner in 2017 and 2018. Norman, Richie, thoughts on what this means for progressives? I mean, this is a big, another I told you so for the left. I feel like Biden having more issues, making his campaign even more difficult to win in 2024.
Well, I'd mention that I think there have been 2 major concerns that progressives have had that Roots Action has raised for, a year now about the prospective Biden run in 2024. One layer is that he's not progressive. And in fact, he has done many things on the climate emergency, on economic issues, social justice, labor, that have really undermined progressive positions. So that's one huge thing. The other is that we have the necessity of defeating Republicans next year and keeping the neo-fascist Republicans out of the White House. And on both counts, it's very damaging that it looks like Biden at this point is hotwired to be the Democratic nominee. And I think, as you're referring to, Ryan, this story about Hunter Biden is just going to fan the flames of cynicism and distrust of Biden and implicitly his campaign. And one thing I'd mention is, if you look at right-wing media, they've been going nuts about Hunter Biden for years. And this is just going to stoke their frenzy about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it changes, much strategy, because the right, like Norman said, will just continue to harp on Hunter Biden and what it all means. But those people watching those channels aren't listening to anyone else. So I just think, it also, didn't Joe Biden get his house raided because he had confidential documents hiding? That also happened to Donald Trump. So I think it's more so of like these people are all just kind of doing the same thing and may not be of the highest moral class.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the big problem for Democrats is conveying, which I think is true, that Trump is way just off the map in terms of his lies about his classified info, and it was sloppy by Pence and Biden what they did with classified documents. It's just that Trump is so much worse on classified documents, which is sort of a metaphor. We know that Biden is on policy in terms of what could be done on social justice and peace and basic environmental protection. He's nowhere near what we need. And then the Republican Party is just even way worse.
Right. Unfortunately, the media hates to focus on policy, and they'd rather do the horse race stuff. And from the horse race perspective, now you can say, well, Trump had documents he shouldn't have had. So did Biden. They're the same thing. Trump's kids are criminals who, Kushner got $2 billion from the Saudis. Well, Hunter Biden is a criminal too. And so it's the same. And so, that's the real problem there, is that you have a media who's really unwilling to differentiate the huge differences between Trump's criminality and Biden's, which are both wrong, but there are differences.
I would say the right-wing media definitely tries to have an equivalency, or even to make Hunter Biden and Biden worse. The so-called liberal media is anti-Trump, and they point out, I think correctly, that what Trump has done with classified documents, et cetera, is worse, and that he's a bigger liar.